Good morning, Yo-Yo's fam. I hope everyone is doing well this Friday morning, October the 11th. Can we have a conversation this morning? I know. Early voting has started in certain states. I know Virginia has started early voting. Texas starts next week. Voter registration is over in it ended October 7th. So please, whatever you do, go to vote.org or your Secretary of State's website and check your status. And if you see that now that you're off, you can call them and the Secretary of State and say, hey, on Monday I was registered to vote. A little bit. But today I see that I'm not. What's going on? They have to tell you, because by this time it's too late, right? And they can fix it. That's a little snippet for you. Y'all listen, there's a lot of things that is going on in this country. And to have a vice president who people think is the actual president, right? Why she didn't sign this in law? Why she didn't do this? Why didn't she do that? I want you all to go back for these older folks like myself that's in their 40s and late 30s and 40s and 50s years old, and tell me from Bill Clinton till now, till Donald J. Trump, what their vice president signed into law. What did their vice president do to help the border crisis? What did their vice president do to help a global pandemic? What did their vice president do to help the middle class? Their vice president, not the president. Remember, she's not the president. She's a vice president, meaning she's second in command. So it's getting out of hand. And then these people in Michigan, irritated my soul, to sit up here and say they would not give her the state of Michigan. Who you gonna give it to? You think Donald Trump is gonna make sure you all okay? Y'all have to understand, she can't do anything when it comes to the presidency. Evidently, y'all are, I hate to say this, either conspiracy theorists, don't give a darn about your country, or just straight stupid. And I mean that with my whole chest. Stupid. If you think that the vice president can keep from weapons being sent to Israel, talk to Netanyahu to keep him from, heck, Joe Biden can't do that, and he is the president of the United States. Now, granted, Joe Biden can't keep the weapons from over there, and I think he's starting to realize that now. However, you cannot blame VP Kamala Harris, right? She's in the administration, but her hands are tied. The vice president is there to do whatever the president would like him or her to do, and be able to take over the presidency just in case something happens to the president. That's what the vice president is for. Tell me what Pence did for COVID. And he was put in charge for COVID. Nothing. Anyway, it's starting to get ridiculous. It's starting to get dumb, and it's starting to get like, y'all must really don't like your country, or you don't love yourselves, or you're just plain stupid. And yeah, I said it. That lady that was up there, and I think she was Palestinian or Indian, in Michigan, and so we don't give her Michigan. Well, who you gonna give it to? You can't give it to Jill Stein because you know she ain't gonna win, and she pops out every 4 years when it's a Democratic Party and she tries to take over and never wins in a primary and nothing. She don't even know how many seats are in the House of Representatives. But yet you want to be president. The freak is wrong with her? Anyway, not only the presidency is up, right? Some spots in your local election, some things are coming open. Y'all need to read on that. Abortion rights is on the docket. Voting rights is on the docket on some states. Remember, your House of Representatives is on the docket. 433 seats. Every last one of those seats in the House is up for re-election. Every seat in the House is up. They hold the purse strings for our country. All right? And 33 seats is up in the Senate. So please know who your House of Representatives is and vote accordingly to what you feel we need to. This 118th Congress didn't do anything. They didn't pass no laws. They ain't helping them for y'all to sit up here and say that Biden is not helping the people that were affected by this hurricane is ridiculous to me. He called the governors. He offered aid. He told FEMA, FEMA, he can't tell FEMA, FEMA, the Congress funds the FEMA, Lord have mercy. So guess what Mike Johnson said? They will have to wait till after the election before they come back and vote on it. God forbid he is the chair. But another thing when it comes to that, let's say that the Democratic Party takes the House. That means Hakeem Jeffries will become the Speaker of the House. They transition on January 3rd. The new Congress is voted in on January 3rd. So that Speaker Johnson will not certify. He will not be in charge to certify the election. And then Kamala Harris, VP Kamala Harris, will be in charge of certifying the election. But I don't think they will allow her to do it because she's on the ballot. But I don't think she will lie and cheat about it either. What in the Sam Dickens? I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody just pulled out in front of me and slammed in their brakes. Anyway, so we have to think about everything. We have to think about our mayors, our governors. This election year determines whether African Americans will have the right to vote again. This election will determine if any of us will have the right to vote. This election will determine whether or not a female has autonomy over her own body. This election, I already told my children, as long as Abbott is still in office, I can't stay in Texas anymore. Because my children are females, right? And they are childbearing ages. And we're black. I already had difficulties, right? I do not want my children to be black, having issues, God forbid, and then they go to get life-saving treatment and they are denied because the Supreme Court decided that doctors do not have to perform life-saving treatment for the mother. I think they want a world with a whole bunch of men. And that's what I think. I think they want a world where there's a whole bunch of men so they can screw each other. That's what I'm getting out of this. Because there's no way that you love your daughters, you love your wives, your nieces, your aunts. It's no way that you love them and you are saying, if I am impregnated by rape or incest, I gotta have this baby. It's no way you are telling me that if I have an ectopic pregnancy, that the doctor cannot perform life-saving treatment for me. I have to bear. Do you know, I had a girlfriend who had 2 ectopic pregnancies, and they were so painful. We had to pick her up, put her in the car to carry her to the hospital, and she had to have her tubes removed. So this is just crazy how we are allowing these men to dictate to us women. And for women to stand by that, I question, oh Lord, I'm sorry. I question you as a woman. Okay, you always say LGBT. Listen, y'all so worried about them people. What about these straight men who out here raping women? That's a sin. What about these straight men that are wearing their wives behind out, meaning beating them? That's a sin. What about these straight men out here abusing their children, physically and sexually? That's a sin. But y'all are so worried saying the LGBTQIA plus community is indoctrinating our children. And let me tell y'all something. My daughter had to get my permission to get an implant in her arm when she was 16. The birth control implant. A teacher cannot take your child to the doctor to get any kind of sex transplant. A doctor will not do it. And y'all are dumb. And I said it again, if you think so. Dumb if you think so. Dumb. Or ignorant. Let me just say that. I'm not sorry. I'll say ignorant if you feel that. Anyway, that's my rant. Bye.